Hey everyone, welcome back with another video. Today we will discuss about Linux interview based question. This video is perfect for anyone who is preparing for Linux exams or even preparing for interview, and we will go through three technical route. You can pause the video and try to answer them by yourself and see if you can answer them correctly. But before deep dive into this video, if you're new on this channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you will get a notification whenever I'm uploading a new video. Now, I would like to thank Zomro hosting provider who is sponsored this video also. They are specialists in cloud services. Zomro provides cloud virtual private servers and which is perfect for Linux experts. So if you are Linux expert, want to do practice, you can try their services. And the starting price of the monthly plan is just $2. And if you're interested, you can also try the premium plan, which is just a $3. But the interesting thing is with these reasonable pricing, they are providing Intel Xeon Gold processor with DDR4 RAM. And you will have a full control of your cloud services with OpenStack tools. And their servers are located in the Netherlands. In case if you get any issue, they are offering 24/7 supports, which is a good thing. For payments, they are accepting right now MasterCard, PayPal, or even cryptocurrency. So if you are really interested to try their service, you can check out the link in the description. And you can also apply my in the promo code while doing the purchase. So you will get a 15% more discounts. So let's get back to the topic. So we will be having three technical rounds. The first one will be a Linux administrating and basic commands. Second one is a networking and security. And the third one is a process management and system monitoring. So let's start with that. The first question will be, how do you list hidden files in a directory? So you can pause the video and the answer is, to check the hidden files, you can use ls-a command. Let's try with a practical example. I will go back to my Zomro account and let me log in it quickly. Okay. I have already purchased a cloud VPS server and here is my IP. Now I will basically connect this server through the SSH. To check the hidden files, you can use -ls and -a command. Hidden files start or directories start with a dot. So you will see there are few hidden directories and also the files available. Okay. The next question is, what command do you use to display all running processes? To answer this question, you can say for checking the running process, you can use ps-ef command or you can use also top utility. So let's try. I will say ps-ef and these all are the running processes which is currently running on a background. But also if I want to check if with the top command, I can simply run top. So the next question is, how do you create a user without a home directory? The answer is use a user add command. And you can define specific -m and the username. So let's try to create one more user. So I will say user add -m in the sheet. Perfect. Now, whenever user is created, there is a home directory also created. Inside the home directory, there is a directory created for that users. Even I have Ubuntu user also. So if I show you, you will see there is one Ubuntu user also, which is, you can see here in the home directory, there is a home Ubuntu showing up. But for in the user is created, but there is no home directory created because we used -m. The next question is, how do you switch to a different user without knowing the password? Now, this is very common question asked if you are applying for system administrator. So if you are a system administrator, there are multiple times people are asked you to reset their password if they forget or they are not able to log in it. So if you are a root, if you have a permission, then you can try that. The answer is you can use su command -username to switch the user, okay? But you should have the necessary permission. Now necessary permission means whether you are root user or whether you can define a permissions for particular user also. So if I am a root right now and I want to switch to Ubuntu user, I really don't require Ubuntu password, okay? So I will say su. Su means switching the user and the Ubuntu username. Now you will see I'm switched. If I'm like, who am I? Currently, I logged in with the Ubuntu without having the password. And if I want to change the password, I can also change the password with the password command, okay? But if I want to switch back to the root, it will ask the password because Ubuntu does not have the permission to switch to the user, which like a root or root level permission, okay? So I need to give the password. So let's say, okay. Now next question is, what is a command to check a default gateway in a Linux? So the answer is, for checking a default gateway, you can use route-n command, and also you can use IP route show command. So both will work. So let's try. I will say route-n. Now here you will see destination is the IPs. Okay. Yeah, destination is a IP where this basically trying to connect. Okay. And this is a gateway. And these you don't need to care about that. But if you see here interface, this is your interface like a Ethernet cables if you connect it through the Ethernet, or it's like a VLANs, different VLANs. Okay, these are the interfaces. Another way, you can also say IP route show command. That will also give the same result. But I would like to use route-n command because it's like a clear cluster showing up information, right? So you can try by whatever you want to. Okay, the next question is, how do you find a file which is larger than 100 MB in the where folder? The answer is of this question, you can use a find command and you can define the directory which you want. Then you can use type and the file. If I want to search any directory, I can say D, but if I want to save file, I can say F, and the size parameter, and just define how much size you want to check it. Okay, so let's try that. Let me clear the browser. I will use find where, and then I will say type F for because I want to say file, and I will say sort, and how much size they are saying 100 M. Okay, sorry, I typed sort, it's a size because I'm searching size. Okay, now you will see there is no result because there is no files which is more than 100 Mbps. If I just make it a little bit 100 MB, 10 Mbps, it might show some results. You can see here. So these files are more than 10 Mbps. Okay, so this is how you can find the files. Also, if you want to find a directory, you can just change -d. Also, there are multiple ways. Okay, next question is, how do you list the amount of free disk space in human readable forms? To answer this question, you can say, to display the free disk in your Linux, you can use df-h command, which will give you human readable form. So if I go back, I can say df-h. Okay, but if I just type df command only without -h, this will give you it's not a human readable form. I forget what we called it. It's like a binary, not a binary, sorry. Okay, but if you want to say in the human readable form, you can define -h. Okay, and you will see this dev VDA1, it's 12 GB, which is a total. Okay, 2 GB is used, 9 GB is still free. So if I go back to my Zomro hosting providing, 20 GB is essentially I have 12 GB total space. Okay, if I go back, here is the thing. Okay, 12 GB is total, and just only 2 GB is used right now. Okay, the next question is, what is a command to find a difference between two files? The answer is, to compare two files, you can use diff command. Let's say diff file number 1, file number 2. So let's try that. So let's see if I have any files. Okay, so I have two files, text1 and text2. So let me see what we have it in this file, because I really don't know. Okay, so this is like some content in this file. Okay, so let's see what is the difference between these two. Diff text1 and text2. Okay, so it is showing up this test. These two lines are missing in particular one file. Okay. How do you change the owner of the file? The answer is, for changing the ownership of the file, if you don't know what I'm speaking, you can watch another video that I have already created, file system management. You can find that video on my YouTube channel. Also, you can find the link in the I button. So, but for this question, I can just say that for changing the ownership, you can use a chown command like chown new user and the file name. So what is happen when you create a file, there is a specific user is the owner of that particular file when you are creating. Okay, if I'm creating a file from here as a root, I am a owner. Root is a owner. So root can write, read, or whatever, they can give the permission. But if there is any another user, they will not able to edit the file if there is no permissions. But in case if you want to change the owner, then the permission will also assign it. So let's say I have this text1, text2. Let's see what is a permission and owner. So I can type ls-l. Here you will see text1 have a root owner. Okay, this is the owner of this file, and these are the permissions. Okay, I would like to change this with Ubuntu. I want to change this ownership for this text. So I can say chown Ubuntu and text1. Now if I say ls-l, you will see this text1 ownership is being changed to Ubuntu. Now Ubuntu can read and write the file. Okay, this is a simple example, mostly asked in the interview also, make sure. The next question is, how do you compress a directory using tar? So answer is, use a tar command, and you can specify -c-zvf, and you can put any name of the file. I would say archive.tar. Okay, and then you can specify the directory that you want to compress it. So let's try that. I would like to compress the home directory. So what I can do, that I can use tar -cgvf. Okay, and let's say home tar gg, and I will say home. When I hit enter, it will basically compressed all the files contained in the home directory. You will see home, Ubuntu, all of them has been compressed. And if I type ls command, you will see I have this compressed folder. I mean compressed tar file. Okay, I can move this file and I can extract it also. So that this is very useful command also. Okay, so the next round is networking and security. Now this will be a scenario based question. So let's try to answer this. Next question is, if your SSH connection is slow, how do you troubleshoot? So answer is, if your SSH connection is slow, you need to check the ping latencies. I mean the latency of the network, how much you are able to ping it, the IP. And you can also check if the DNS resolution is fine in the SSH configuration, and try to see if it is connected through the DNS or any proxy. Okay, so that you can try to troubleshoot it. So let's try this thing. What I will do, I will just stop the connection here, and here I will, before connecting this server, I will see how much ping I'm getting for this particular server. This is in the Netherlands, so I will type ping, and sorry, okay, here you will see that I'm getting a TCP packets, but if you closely see, you will see this time. This is a milliseconds. Okay, milliseconds in means that this computer is trying to connect to this remote server, and from that, how much time is taking it. Okay, so it is taking 140 milliseconds, which is good. If it is a more than like like 1,000 or maybe like 2,000, okay, that is a issue, because you need to troubleshoot why your why the latency of the network is slow. Maybe it's a location issue, maybe there are a lot of issues. Okay, but this is a basic thing that you can check it. Another thing, let me log in into the server. When you logged into the server, usually what is happening, there are two ways to connect the server. Whether you can, there are multiple ways by the way, but there are mostly two ways, whether you can connect the remote server directly on a DNS tunnel, or whether you can create a proxy tunnel or firewall proxy tunnel through any like a VPN. Okay, so this server is remotely connected through the DNS. So I would try to see how much ping I'm getting from the DNS also. Okay, so let's say if you want to check what is your DNS, you can use etc resolve. Okay, here is your DNS. I will copy it and I will ping it again. First, let me just ping it. Okay, now you will see this time is really amazing, because you see this time is 0.02 millisecond, which is amazing. That's why you are able to connect. Another thing, you can also try to troubleshoot the SSH configuration. Now there are a lot of ways you can check the logs also, like journal ctf -uss. Sorry. Okay, you will see all the issue. If you're getting any issues while connecting, it will show in the logs. Okay, so here there are few errors, but that's fine. But somehow when you are getting some issues, you will get some errors regarding that also. That is the thing. Okay, the next question is, how do you view the open ports on your system? The answer is, for checking the open ports, you can use netstat command, and you can specify -tuln, and also you can use ss-tunl. Okay, so let's try that. I will type netstat -tuln. Here all the open ports which is listening on this particular remote server. Now you will see I'm connected to the SSH, which is running on 22 port. So this is enabled. with the TCP6, which is IP6 most probably. Okay. Another way you can also check SS-TUNL. This will also give the same result, but in different format. Okay. You will see that this is a network TCP or UDP packets, depends on that. And here is a port which is 22, 53, 64. These all are ports enabled. Okay. Now let's see the next question. How do you block an IP address using IP tables? To answer this question, you can say you can use IP table to define a rules, and let's say IP table -a input and -s, then IP address, and -j, and just type drop or accept. When you type drop, it will reject the incoming connection. If you type accept, it will accept the connection, incoming connection. Okay, so let's try that. So let's say for this example, I will say I have a website, not a google.com, but let's say I want to, okay, this is my own website, so I can try that. Okay, this is my website. Okay, so I will try to block this IP from remote server. Okay, right now this is my local machine. Sorry, yeah, let me ping it. Okay, so first let me see if I'm able to ping it or not. Okay, so I'm able to ping it, but I want to block this connection. I will type IP tables and then A input -s, then I will specify the IP, and here I will say -j and drop. Okay, now if I try to ping it again, you will see there will be a no ping. I mean, there is no, this server is not able to ping it. The reason is because I have blocked in my firewall rules. I can show you also -j. Here is an entry that is showing up this IP, source IP is blocked for all protocols here. Okay, I can also delete the entries so that I can ping it. So I want to delete this entry. I can say that IP tables, and then let's say D input, D used for deleting the entry. Okay, I will say this is the first line, so I can say first. I mean, I can say 1. Okay, it is happening. Okay, now you will see if I type IP tables again, there is no rules. Now if I try to ping it, you will see I'm able to ping it. Okay, next question is, a user cannot SSH into the server. What could be the problem? This is very common questions asked in the interview. If you're getting some issue with the SSH, how do you troubleshoot it? So the answer is to check if SSH services are running, check the firewall rules if there is port are blocked, or maybe the IP is blocked, and also check the user permission. So let's try that. First of all, this is my remote server. Okay. Another thing, suppose I'm not able to connect this remote server, how can I troubleshoot it? First of all, I need to identify where my connection is getting dropped. So the easiest way I can, when I'm doing SSH connection, okay, let's say I'm doing SSH, before pressing enter, I can enable debugging mode with -v verbose. When I hit enter, this will give all the logs which when connecting to the server. You will see how this server is connecting through this my IP, then it's trying to connect on particular ports, and that's how this IP is getting connected. Okay, if you are not able to connect, you will see why you are not able to connect on this particular IP. The second thing, once you are in the server, and suppose you have two servers, you are able to connect to once, you are not able to connect, and you have access for the another server where like a server. Okay, this is a client. I'm a client. I'm connected to this remote server, but this is a my Zomro hosting server, right? This is a server. So in this server, the SSH should be enabled. So I can check with the systemctl command status SSH D. You will see currently it is active. So if I turn, I can restart. Let's say I want to restart it. Let me give you some example. If I hit enter, I will not able to connect this server until my service started again. Okay, if I hit enter, let's say, okay, it is restarted quickly. That's why in 2 seconds. That's why I don't get any disconnection. But if in case there is any issue, you will also see here, and you can also use general command, general ctl and -u, and you can specify SSH. You will see all the logs. Okay. Firewall setting, I already explained how to check it, so you can check that. The next question is, how do you view firewall rules currently in effects? Okay, So answer is just use ip table again, ip table -l command, and you can also check if there is firewall d is installed. So for firewall ds, you can use firewall -cmd list code all. This firewall d you have to install it in case if it is not installed. Okay. Now the next question is, how do you copy files securely between two servers? That's a good question. So the answer is there is a multiple way to transfer the files. Whether you can use SFTP, secure file system, file transfer protocol. Sorry, you can use SCP. Okay, and you can also use rsync command, which is very popular. So let's try that. Okay, so I have this remote server and this is my local machine. Okay, let me open the terminal again. So this is my local machine. Okay, I'm going to the desktop folder. Here I have, let's say, I'm creating a new file called, let's say, infosec. Okay, I want to transfer this file from local machine to remote server. There is a two way. I can use SFTP. So let's try with SFTP first. SFTP, then root and the IP. Where is my IP? Let me grab it quickly. And let's hit enter. It will ask you the password. So I'm not sure if I'm typing a correct password. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, now I'm able to connect. Okay. So I want to push this file to remote server. So I'm connected right now through the SFTP. When it is connected, you can also type ls command to list down all the files. You will see here whatever it is in the remote server. These all are the files here. Okay. Now I want to push this file. How I can do that? I can say simply put infosec.txt. Now you will see file is being uploaded. Another thing, if I want to fetch the file from the remote server, I can use get command. Get, let's say I want to get this tar file. Okay, so okay, now you will see this file has been gathered. It should be in the here in the desktop. This is how it easy to transfer securely from one server to another server. You will see I got this tar file. Okay, another way you can do that also with a SCP command. Let me close it. Now let me do one thing. Let me first delete it so that you can understand, guys. I have transferred this file. So this is a file. Let me remove it and I will again paste through the SCP command. Okay, it is deleted. Now I'm gonna use SCP, sorry, and here I will type the file name. So it was infosec. This is the syntax of this command, and then I have to define the IP, which is this one. Okay, and then I have to type colon and specify where you want to paste. So I want to paste in a root directory. So let me see root. Okay, so let's say now password is this one. You will see the file has been transferred. So if I type ls, here we go. We have a file. This is how you can transfer securely through SCP also. So I give you two examples. 3, you can try that and you can comment below also. The next question is, how do you check host name and change it? The answer is, to check the host name, you can use hostname command. And for changing it, you can use hostnamectl, set hostname and the new hostname. I mean, okay, let's try that. Okay, so if I want to change this host name, let's say what is my host name first? Remote lab. Also, you will see this is showing up here. So when you connect it to the server, the host name is reflecting in the first line also. Now I want to change this remote lab to any another, let's say remote server. Okay, so I can say host name ctl, set host name, and I will say remote server. That looks good, right? Okay, now it's changed. If I type host name, you will see it is changed. But you will see it is here, it is not changed. The reason I need to logged out and logged in again. So I will logged out and I will logged in again. Okay, now you will see it is changed. Host, remote server. Okay. The next question is, How do you check MAC address which is bind with your IP? Okay, the answer is use ARP protocol, ARP-A, or you can use ARP-H ether. So let's try that. I will say ARP-A. Here you can see the MAC address showing up, which is binded with this particular IP. Okay, but I want to check it more clear information. So I will say ARP-H ether. Here you will see. Okay, the next question is, how do you check login history of users in Linux? So if you're Linux administrator, this is again very common question asked. How do you monitor the user activities, who is logged in or not? Any getting a issue, any unauthentication logged in, okay? So the answer is you can use last log command, you can use last command, you can check the logs of the auth logs. You can also check, you can also use W command. There are multiple ways to check the logs of your login history. So let's try that. So I will say last log. Now you will see the first one is a root, which is a username who tried to log in it. And here is a IP. Now I can also check the logs. So I will say tail, var log, and specify auth log. Now you will see these are users which attempted to log in into the server, and few of them are like authentication failures. So when it is a remote applications which is connected through the servers, you can monitor it who is trying to log in it. Okay, this is a very best example. You can show them in the interview also if it is a practical interview. The next question is, a server host name does not resolve to its IP address. How do you troubleshoot DNS issue? The answer is check the DNS configuration into the resolve.config, which is a DNS server settings, if it is a DNS service available or not. You can use dig command, or you can use ns lookup to query DNS records, and you can also verify DNS server configurations. So let's try that. So I will use again cat command etc resolve to check my DNS. Here is my DNS, and I will copy it and I will search with the, let's say, dig command. Okay, now you will see I'm able to get the request. Okay, got answer. This is a headers, and I'm able to connect it. The query time, it's 99 milliseconds, and this is a way. All right, the third round is process management and system monitoring. The next question is, how do you display system uptime? The answer is to check that you can use uptime command, which is very common. So I will say when the server was last rebooted. So you will see last 3 days and date time also. Okay, the next question is, a process is consuming too much CPU. How do you troubleshoot it? For troubleshooting, you can use top command to identify which process is consuming more RAM, and then you can use a nice or renice command to give the priority so that it reduces the memory or RAM. Okay, so let's try that in a practical way. I will say top command, and if I type H command, it will give you the options that you can try that. So I want to check the CPU. In CPU, I can use T command. So I will type XK button and I will type T. Now you will see in above here, CPU consuming is 9, almost 100%. Okay, and which process is consuming more? You will see Opera command. I think this is a process which is consuming a lot of CPU. Now I want to assign the priority so that it consumes less CPU utility. Okay, so nice command is when there is no priority set and you are assigning first time. Renice is if already signed and you are reassigning the priority. Okay, so let's try that. Okay, I'll type nice and I will type plus 15, and then I will type process ID. Now if it is a positive number, then it means it's a less priority. If it is a negative number, it is a high priority, and less priority means it consumes less CPU utility, I mean resources. Okay, this why the nice command was not working, because there is process was already running it. Okay, it's already running. Then I can use renice command. This is also, so previously the priority was 0, the new priority will be 15. Okay, the next question is, how do you kill a process by name? So you can use pkill command and the process name. Let's try that. Okay, I want to kill this first process which is running. So I will copy this, I want to copy this name, copy, and I will use pkill command, and then I will specify the process name. Next question, 24. What is the difference between nice and re-nice? So I think you can answer this question now. The nice command set a priority at the startup level. When there is no priority set, you can use a nice command. But if the process is already running and you want to reassign the permission, reassign the priority, then you can use a re-nice command. The next question is, how do you check the memory of the process? Okay, the answer is use a ps command and you can specify sort with the memory. So let's try that. I will say ps aux command for checking the active one. I will type sort and map. Okay, now everything will be showing the memory which is consuming more memory. Okay, from the bottom it will show here. Okay, here you will see that last one again, Opera, is consuming more, and this is a Ubuntu user. Okay, so I will explain the next thing also. Now next question is, if you want to check the last system reboot time, how do you can check that? So you can use who-b, and also you can type uptime command. So I think uptime command we already checked that, so let's try the another one. So I can type who-b. Here's the information that the last reboot time is 27th of August, and this is a time. Okay, next command is, how do you monitor disk input output in real time? So if you till now you understand how to monitor CPU, RAM, but if you want to check the disk input output status, right, and you want to monitor it, then you can use iostat command, and you can also use dstat command. So let's try that. I will say iostat here. Okay, now again this is not a human readable form, so I will type -h. Now I can use also the dstat, which is specifically for disk status, and here you will see all the information, but let me quit it. Give me one second. I will specify -h. Okay, let's check the load. Okay, so this is a load, that is load average, how much load is consuming it. So there are a lot of ways that you can identify. The easiest way that you can do that with the dstat, maybe it is not installed, so you can just install the package, then you can run this command. Okay, and let's go back to the next question. How do you terminate all processes belonging to the specific user? So the answer is use pkill command again. Pkill is used for process kill, and you can type -u and the username. So let's try that. Now first let's see which process is consuming more RAM. So I will type ps-aux command, and let's say I want to sort by memory. Okay, now you will see the last one is a Ubuntu user, and this process, which is, I think we saw that again, it was consuming more CPU and RAM also. So let's kill all the process which is related to the Ubuntu. Okay, now if I type memory, you will see this, we kill all the processes by running just one command. Okay, the next question is, your server's load average is constantly high. What step do you take? The answer is investigate using top command. This is a monitoring things. You can use stop command also. So I think stop is the same thing, is nothing, just a advanced version of top command. So if I type stop, and here it's similar like your task manager. Okay, who is consuming more RAM, why it is consuming. You can also like delete this thing here, right? There is a way that I can simply say function kill. Okay, that process has been killed. Enter. Another way, you can also like check with the iostat, like we did that, how much, if there is a disk issue or something like that, you can identify, then you can take action on it. The next question is, how do you view kernel ring buffer messages? The answer of this question is use dms command and filter using a grab command. When you use dms command, there are a lot of information coming from the kernel level. It will be all the information. So if I type dms command, you will see all the information that is coming when you're starting the server. System D information, CPU, audits, okay, and you will see also like you will see the PCI information also, like you will see that you will see all the information. But when you want to specify the information, like say if you want to check the disk related issue, so I will say grab command -i for ignoring the case sensitiveness, and I will type disk. Now you will see Now if you found any errors, something like that, why it is getting failed, you can try to troubleshoot it. I can also say like USB, if I have connected a USB and it's not able to detect, I can specify this thing, and you will see everything when you are connecting the physical drives also inputs, it will show the logs here. Okay. All right, these all the questions that I have it today. And if this video is really helpful for you, please hit the subscribe button and like this video. And if you have any questions, please comment below. Thanks for watching.